Berkeley Consulting is a student-run management consulting firm. As a group, we draw on our unique perspectives and apply our diverse backgrounds to a set of problems for our clients every semester. Berkeley Consulting prides itself on its ability to create college-defining experiences for its members, both professionally and socially.
As an account manager sourcing projects for Berkeley Consulting, we're not only looking for the big names or companies that everyone recognizes, but really the most difficult and interesting problems. We want every consultant to have the opportunity to be challenged to learn and grow on their client work.
BC consulted for Chegg and looked at how they could best differentiate themselves within the lead generation market and how they could create the best, most high-quality leads. We also looked at how they could expand into the international space and differentiate themselves in the international recruitment process as well.
BC's recommendations are constantly being referred to. The thing that most impressed me about BC was how the individual contributions really added up to something great. I would definitely choose to work with BC again.
BC worked with Pete's Coffee and Tea and did some really in-depth data analysis, finding the ideal geographic locations to push out Pete's as a brand. We also gave some really detailed recommendations and expansion strategies as to where we should push out cold brew in Southern California.
BC helped us really take a very broad look at the landscape of cold brew. I was very, very impressed by how people presented the information, how they thought things through, how they interacted with our team. They were terrific to work with.
This last semester, my team and I had the opportunity to work for Samsung's Services and New Business team, working on their new Intelligent Assistant Suite. After the project, I was actually hired and had the opportunity to keep working for this team and keep doing the work I was doing.
Last semester I consulted for Aston Martin. It was really cool because we flew out to Gaydon in the United Kingdom, which is their factory and headquarters, to have our kickoff meeting where we really discussed what we were going to do. And we ended up working on their customer journey from start to finish, and then flew out a second time to really present our findings.
The development of our members is really important to us. So much so that each week, in addition to our client work, we alternate between trainings and socials. Training topics range from anything to concrete skills like data visualization, or learning more about interesting topics like Bitcoin or effective altruism.
BC has taught me how to definitely just a really innate ability to communicate, both through slides and just on a one-to-one basis. Just really get to know someone and communicate what you're thinking.
I think something that unites the people in BC is this tendency to always exceed expectations, whether it's with the projects we do or the internships and classes that we're in.
BC Love may sound kind of silly if you haven't experienced it, but it really is the heartbeat of our organization. This is my last year in BC, and I can vouch for how meaningful and how impactful BC Love has been in my life. Whether I need anything, a job recommendation, help studying for a test, or some Thai food when I have the flu, I know I can count on someone in BC to be there for me.
What I think is really special is all of these trainings and socials and trips that we do. For example, we have an annual wine trip in Napa, and we have retreats every semester where we've gone, ATVing or whitewater rafting. But my favorite social was when my team and we all went skydiving together. And it was so much fun, the 5 of us just finishing our project and presenting to our client and all jumping out of a plane together. It was incredible.
Our alumni that go on to do great things, individuals who are CEOs and are 30 under 30 on Forbes, are not only accessible to us professionally, but are also our friends. And that's something that's incredibly unique to the BC experience.
I talk to a BC member every single day. Text, email, Facebook, you name it, there's a BCer in my daily life.
BC has probably been one of the most defining parts of my professional career in the sense that pretty much every single job opportunity I received was because of a BCer connection.
One of the great things about BC is that it gives you the best possible format to learn with real problems out in the real world, and you're doing it with some of the smartest people at Cal.
I think the BC network is actually one of the most awesome things about it. I mean, I live with someone from BC now.
When you come to college, you have so many different options of where to invest yourself, and really I think BC was the best place for me to invest my time throughout my college years.
As I head into my senior year of college, I know that the friendships I've made and the experiences I've had through Berkeley Consulting are ones that will stick with me through the rest of my life. I found an amazing home here, and I hope that you can too.